And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Denver, we've got Gordon. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And it's Jokic missing. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a three-point game. Pass to Zubac. And here's Leonard from three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Denver the other way now. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Murray the pass to Gordon. And it goes down 2 points.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Leonard on the wing. Passes to Zubac. Knocked away. Porter with the steal. Gordon against Jackson. Gordon kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Jackson finds Zubac. Murray against Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now here's Murray. 13 feet away. Batum grabs the miss. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Leonard on the wing. Back to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's Jackson. Now here's Leonard. Over Porter. Misses off the left iron.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Pass to Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Mann. Outside Rondo. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Rondo with the ball. Now Green defending. A 3 from Morris. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle, here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Rondo looking around. And the pass to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Here's Patterson. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap. And here's the break. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete, Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And catching up with...
this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Oturu in at the center. Murray outside. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Pass to man. Inside, from 11 feet away, a shot by Rondo is no good. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. For 3, Millsap. Rondo with the rebound. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Oturu. Count that one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Murray. George is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Kennard. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Kennard's shot is off. Denver leading by 3. Passes it to Barton. Green taking his time here. He dishes it to Millsap. Over Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
That's a great use of the pump fake. Millsap, very crafty.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now George. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Right side, Leonard. 5 to shoot. Over Green. And again, no good by the Clippers. Denver in the lead.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here's George, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
George looking over the floor. To the paint. Here's Batum outside for Jackson. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 4. Pass to Porter. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. And he gets it to go.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Batum against Gordon. Batum passes to Leonard. They could use a bucket. Denver grabs the miss.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Barton against Batum. Barton passes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Now here's George. No points in the game yet for him. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Zubac the pass to George. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Barton outside. And the rejection by Zubac. And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Clippers trail by 8. They've got Bol. Michael Porter's out there with Jokic. Then there's Gordon, and it's Dozier in at the 2. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Here's Oturu. Morris passes to Oturu. The layup off target. Denver leading by 8. Outside Gordon. Kicks it to Bol. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Here's Dozier. In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Jokic. Drops in the layup for 2. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Out to the wing. Outside Rondo. And stolen by Bol. To the middle. Here's Dozier. Kennard covering. Gordon kicks to Porter. For the 3. Jokic inside. Kennard covering. The shot's good. And now a 12-point Denver lead.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Rondo with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Unloads from 13. Gordon with the defensive effort. Denver leading by 12. To the inside. The kick out to Porter. And Denver again with the bucket.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Down low. Dishes at the bowl. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Porter finds Gordon. Here's Bowl. Kennard covering. Releases. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Barton against Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 1:36 left to play here in the third. McGee dishes to Green. Back to McGee. He kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Nuggets lead by 16. Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Yep, that one goes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is George. The pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
So it's Denver now. And here is Murray. The 17-footer. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
So it's Denver now. After the basket by Los Angeles. McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. 1 second left. And so it's Denver with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. That one, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Dozier. The dish to Green. Offensive rebound, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Oturu. Stolen by Gordon. Now, here's Bull. Pass to Gordon. This one for three. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And Gordon understands the importance of stretching the floor, and he remains a capable three-point shooter.
Kennard up top. Inside. Outside for Rondo. Right wing. 5 on the clock. Coffee passes to Rondo. Here's Oturu. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now here's Murray. And the shot goes down.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Softly drops in the floater.
I like the poise here from Leonard. Doesn't need to take it all the way, just drops it over the top.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. Zubac kicks to George. Jackson trying to break free. Leonard the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. Murray the pass to Gordon. He feeds it to Bull.
Offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Aaron Gordon.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's Bull after the basket by Los Angeles. And he jams it with authority.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And here is Los Angeles now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Great open look there.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And the pass to Bull. Off target from outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard attacking.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Here's Murray. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Astonagi. Back to Murray. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
For the land of the free and the whole.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers. D.A.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward spot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The putback and the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the dunk by Jackson.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Let's remember, in college, just a 25% three-point shooter, but Kawhi Leonard, he makes a weakness a strength.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Lillard looking around. To the paint. It's Powell on the wing. A 3 from McCollum. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Goes back up, and the layup by George. George has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
McCollum against Jackson. Covington wide open. He fires. Second shot opportunity. Zubats against Lillard. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside for George. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Lillard, and the layup is good. He has 6.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
George, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. It's McCollum with the drive. Here's Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for McCollum. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Count the basket.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Simons, the pass to Powell. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And it's Simons missing. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Back to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. Here's man. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 6. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Great positioning on the putback. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Simons. Basket counts. Simons has got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Coffee passes to Rondo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Morris with the rebound.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Here's Oturu. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Anthony. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, that could easily have been a three-point play. A little contact, Melo still goes right to it. To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
So both teams making some changes here. George looking over the floor. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Lillard outside. Lets it go with a 3. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively. And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Tries it from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot. George has got 11.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
There's the pass to McCollum. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 5. And George, here we go. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Covington sends it back. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Stops, pops, and that's off the glass and in. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Outside for Batum. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Patterson. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Covington with the ball. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just one on the bucket from Lillard.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Left side, George. Pass to Mann. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points and 2 assists. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Portland trailing here. That's a 2 from Lillard. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Portland. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
This is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Dishes it to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Passes to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shot clock at 3. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
Rondo against Lillard. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Portland again missing.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Morris, no good. Portland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4 and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Rondo passes to Morris. Lillard comes with the double team. Outside for Batum. Connects from three-point range. Batum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lillard against Rondo. Outside, Jones. The pass to Powell. Rondo against Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Norman Powell.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Out to the right wing. Mann passes to Patterson. Stolen by Kanter. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Lillard attacking, and the basket is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Second half here, we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
1:19 left to play in the third. Pass to Lillard. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Morris right side. Shoots the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
To the wing right side. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Portland leading by 4. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! Lillard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Portland. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Rondo passes to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, it's 6'9" with good athleticism. Dunking, not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Lillard finds Kanter. A 3 ball. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Kanter. Lillard's got 18 points now here in the second half. Here's Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
And he can't hit the second. And no good that time. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Trailblazers lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Kanter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lillard against Jackson. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Portland also making some changes. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there. Well, that's not the guy.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Jackson. Back to George. George double teamed. Here's Zubats outside for George. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. So for the Trailblazers, Little, he's checked in for Cantor. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Here's Simons. McCollum fires from way outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And that one drops. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Simons, the pass to Covington.
And with the off.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from George. Lillard against Jackson. Passes it to McCollum. Here's the 3. That shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. And there it is for him. Now just a 2-point Portland lead.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Jackson against Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 39.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Jackson finds Zubats. Leonard with no one around. Good on the three-point shot.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. George has got 12 points here in the second half. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking. Excellent D there from George. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 1. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line and a very tight game.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .103 left in the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Yes!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
George with the ball. Now Covington defending. The shot by Batum, no good. Now, here's Lillard. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This was all right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And coming to you today and
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Barton in at the two-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three spot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. 6 on the shot clock. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Barton. Up again. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Murray. Passes it to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. He dishes it to Porter. Denver needs to get off his shot. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Now Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Murray, no good. Here's Lillard. Jacks up a 3, sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Gordon. Now the dish to Porter. Back to Gordon. And Covington sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Yes, that goes in. Portland leading. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. Jokic with the steal. Porter finds Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Lillard outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. That one, no good. Jones, the pass to Simons. Dishes to McCollum. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Down low. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Here's McCollum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Outside Gordon. Outside Millsap. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. The pass to Simons. Inside, Kanter. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bol uses it to perfection to block shots.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
To the paint, intercepted. And now Portland on the break. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Passes it to Kanter. Out to Anthony. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. And it's Denver the other way. Wide open look here for Murray. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Murray, no good. Trailblazers trail by 3. Anthony kicks to McCullough. And stolen by Bull. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. McCollum against Murray. It's stolen by Green. Over to the left wing. Tries from 10. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. From 13 feet, it goes down. Murray's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
To the inside. Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Cantor's got his first bucket in this one.
This is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Cantor feasting inside.
Murray against McCollum. Bull. And the turnover again by Denver. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Nuggets making a change here. Trailblazers trail by 3. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap for the Nuggets. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Jokic subbed in for JaMychal Green. Outside Covington. Clock at 6. Again the miss by Lillard.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Gordon the pass to Dozier. Back to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. Off target with his 3. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Powell dishes to Lillard. Again the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter. 3 of 6. Dozier passes to McGee. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Denver with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And the dunk by Covington.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Down low. The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break. Or third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Barton in at the 2 guard. McCollum outside, back to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Here's Gordon, and it's rebounded by Covington.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Lillard against Murray. Here's Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space, calm and collecting.
And here is Murray. 6 points for him. Pass to Jokic. Gordon kicks to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum for the lead. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Lillard against Murray. Here's Jokic. Back to Murray. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Murray's got 8 points.
Well, he's a tremendous shooter, is Jamal Murray, and nice to see him get to the mid-range and knock that one down.
Lillard against Murray. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
And they go to the intentional foul, and the Nuggets making a change here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Dozier kicks to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Pretty fundamentally sound, and Jokic does a great job of keeping his balance there after contact.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
To the paint, Kanter. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Kanter. Shoots over McGee. Kanter's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Jokic with the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Here's Simons. He kicks it to Little. Pass to Simons. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now Now here's Barton. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. We've got Anthony. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Cantor in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Back to Lillard. Stolen by McGee. Here's Dozier. And they call the foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Dozier on the wing. Porter. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Millsap. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Feeds to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. Now the pass to Powell. To the middle, goes back up, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
And the first one at the line is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Murray, the pass to McGee. Gordon inside. He's covered by Cantor. Here's Jokic.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And Jokic drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's the teardrop. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Jones has got his first basket.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Murray finds Gordon, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Holes checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Lillard with it. McCollum outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Lillard against Murray. .153 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard surveying the D. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Jones. Murray against Lillard. Murray, good. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and stolen by Bull. Now here's Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 1:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Bull. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard outside. But they recover it. Here's Nurkic. Good on the shot.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. .36 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jokic. Sinks the triple.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
It's McCollum on the wing. There's the triple. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Murray against Lillard. Clock at 6. Tries again. And another shot. Here's Powell. The putback. Nurkic. Good.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
So the Nuggets win it. This was a hard... You're looking live and down. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Gordon, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. Now here's Murray. Outside Gordon. And there's the pass to Porter. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and banks it in. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's the Nuggets ball. Knocks it loose. On the wing, Gordon launches a 3, nailed from three-point land. Gordon's got 5 now.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Jackson drives in. Zubac in the post. Jokic defending. Murray against Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Jokic passes to Porter. Back to Jokic, shoots over Leonard, and that one goes long. Here's the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Nobody near George. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jokic kicks to Barton. Murray surveying the D to the inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Patterson, that's good.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Over Rondo. Offensive rebound. Outside for Murray. Here's Jokic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Denver leading by 3. Pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Rondo. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Batum's running, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Fast hands that time, earned Rondo the steal. Can't forget, he's been a league leader in that statistic before, too.
And here is Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Millsap. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Gordon. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
It certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Here's man. Back to Rondo. 6 to shoot. Outside, George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Rebound by the Nuggets.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. It could go. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on
the mentality of how we play and how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Bull. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. Denver leading by 3. McGee with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
When he's driving, he's committed to scoring, so not much you can do against Barton in that situation.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. Barton defending. Man passes to Zubac. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Bull the pass to Dozier. Kicks to Barton. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Bull. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson down low. Pass to Kennard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Barton. Morris with the rebound.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Kennard's shot is off. Denver in the lead. Inside. The kick out to Barton. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Barton dishes the Bull. Barton surveying the floor. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kennard the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Barton against Jackson. Barton kicks to Dozier. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Outside for Jackson, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So both teams changing it up here. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Outside Gordon. The pass to Porter. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
They swipe it. Here's Murray. The feed now to Gordon. Outside for Murray, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Clippers trail. Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Oturu. Here's Leonard. Outside Rondo. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Second chance shot. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 3 seconds left. Here's Gordon. No good on the last second attempt there. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Murray against Jackson. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Over Jackson. Jokic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Jordan. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Barton against George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Passes it to Zubac, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Jackson finds Patterson, and that's a foul called on Bol. That is his first foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Leonard looking over the floor. Dishes it to Patterson. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Bull the pass to Dozier. And here's Jokic. Lots of room. And the shot goes in. And now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
Showing off that nice mid-range jumper. Jokic knows he has the green light to take these shots.
Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
The pass to Leonard. From deep. The shot, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Back to Jokic. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Patterson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Denver also making a switch. Gordon's checked in. There's a minute left in the third. Unable to get that one. Here's Rondo. Out to Morris. The tray. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets trail by 4. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gordon's got 13 points.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Oturu. The dish to Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yep, it counts. Rondo's got his first 2 points.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
Pass to Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So he gets them both. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top. They lead by a bucket. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Will Barton. Gordon out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at point guard. The kick out to Porter to take the lead. And he's good on the 3 ball. Porter's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nuggets. And now we've got the intentional foul. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Jokic subbed in for Gordon. George against Jokic. Passes it to Patterson. Misses the 3. Denver in the lead. Paul George with the steal. Jackson kicks to Patterson. And the pass to Zubac. Fades back. Outside for Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. McGee in the high post. Wide open look here for Murray. The three-pointer, no good. The Clippers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Murray outside. Over Jackson. Murray, good.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jackson against Murray. Down low. Stolen by McGee. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
George against Barton. George dishes to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Paul George.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Porter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. A second chance effort. Barton outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Stolen by Gordon. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Murray outside. Inside, McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Gordon against George. Pass to Oturu. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 3. Murray kicks to Millsap. Murray left side. Millsap passes to Murray. 5 on the clock. Gordon dishes to McGee. Launches it. And it's Gordon missing. Stolen by McGee. To the paint. With his first shot attempt, Millsap misses. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
From deep, George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Morris. Leonard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Passes to Leonard. Goes up again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward position.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. Shot from the top of the key, and that one's good. Lillard.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Zubac. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Lets a floater go, and that one's good. Lillard.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
And that one's good. George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's the 3, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Shoots off the step back, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 9.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
Outside, George. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Simons, the pass to Cantor. No good with the layup.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Pass to Mann. And Cantor pulls it down.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Here's Anthony. Great D that time from Rondo.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Kennard kicks to Patterson. The rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. And Anthony sends it back. And now Portland on the break. Passes it to Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Rondo dishes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Simons, the pass to Powell. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Back to Powell. To the middle. Here's Anthony. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson. This is his first free throw of the game. Both free throws good from Anthony.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. With 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of...
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coach. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Lillard against Rondo. Morris right side. Clock at 6. And it's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Clippers trail by 3. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
McCollum finds Lillard. Back to McCollum. The 3. Lillard outside. Another shot. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Morris into the lane. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. But they get it back. Cantor. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Now, with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Portland trailing here. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Rondo passes to Zubac. That one falls.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 15 points.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Outside Rondo. Now the pass to Zubac. That one's not going to go. Excellent D from Cantor.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. And it's Lillard again missing. The Clippers trail. Here's Zubac. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Portland called for the foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's Lillard. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic, and Jackson gets it to go.
Oh, you love when Jackson comes up with the floating J. The way he shoots, it makes it impossible for the D to do anything about it.
36 seconds left here in the second, and that one drops. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Patterson finds Zubac.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Simons the pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And the touch Nurkic has inside, I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
And that one, good.
Now, that's just how you draw it up, right? As easy as a look as they could find.
And a close game so far through the first. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was... And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard throws it down.
Once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Here's George. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got 10.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. From the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Nobody near George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 3. Passes to Pop. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Stolen by Jackson. Goes up, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
McCollum right side. The 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard attacking. Good work there as it goes.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Carmelo Anthony in for Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Anthony taking his time here. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And Portland has possession. It's a 10-point game. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
But he's a volume three-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Kennard, the pass to Leonard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
McCollum against Rondo. From past the arc. They get it back. And Covington stays with it.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Rondo. Leonard the pass to Rondo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Kanter. McCollum outside. Kanter trying to free himself up. And Kanter able to finish.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Clippers on defense. They've led by as much as 10. Kanter, the pass to Simons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Clippers leading by 7. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, look, if you're out there with Rondo, you find some open space, and he's going to find you.
Here's Simons. That one good for 2.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Outside Rondo takes the 3. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 23 seconds left in the third. Rondo scanning the floor. Yep, that one goes in there. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Portland, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Oturu, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Damian Lillard out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Jackson kicks to Patterson. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Lillard against Jackson. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Jackson passes to Patterson. Back to Jackson for the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Ball's knocked loose. Man passes to Patterson. Count that bucket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Batum. And no good. Good work defensively by Jones. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Damian Lillard. And here is Los Angeles now. They've led by as much as 10. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Ready?
And really deep three that time. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second hit.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Jackson dishes to Patterson. Back to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Portland grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
George against McCollum. George with the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Jackson against Lillard. A 3 from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Jackson kicks to George. From outside the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Patterson against Nurkic. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Lillard. It's good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Nails the triple.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Yes!
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Money!
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. 6 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Yeah, down by 1. You'd expect them to go for 2 here unless they get something wide open on the perimeter.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. DA.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nuggets, they've got Jamal Murray. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Porter. Here's Gordon. No good that time. Good D by Covington. McCollum outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Murray. The pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Gordon trying to break loose. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Gordon.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
It's McCollum on the wing. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Murray against Lillard. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, powering through on the dribble drive, Lillard has the body control to take that hit and still score the basketball.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Barton following the score by Damian Lillard. Shoots it. Barton passes to Gordon. Can't connect from 13 feet out. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Back to Lillard. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup. Lillard's got 8 points. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And here is Murray. He's got 6. At the elbow, Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Lillard against Murray. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Yep, that one goes. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
Lillard surveying the D. Fires from deep. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Murray. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, right side. Dishes it to Covington. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
And Nurkic testing his luck from the mid-range.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray outside. Passes it to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some latent defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Nurkic kicks to McCullough. Back to Nurkic. Lillard from outside, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Trailblazers. And we caught it before the game with Nikola Jokic.
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Outside, Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
Kanter dishes to Carmelo. Back to Kanter. Murray against McCollum. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Murray outside. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
He's perfect from the line this time.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Campazzo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Gordon's checked in for Green. Here's Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. There's the dish to Anthony. Kicks it out to McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's Dozier, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And here are the Trailblazers now. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Millsap, a second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
There's a minute left in the second quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Dozier passes to Bull. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. He kicks to Anthony. Fires the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Melo cashing in right now from the perimeter where he's in transition and spotting up. You got to get to him.
Pass to Dozier. Outside Gordon. Off with the layup.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
11 seconds left in the first half. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
And so it's Portland with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 13 points, and he doesn't get... That's all for now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, JaVale McGee is out there with Porter. Then there's Bull. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the two-guard spot. Here's Simons. And it's McCollum in the corner. There's the triple. Good on the triple. McCollum's got the first bucket of the third here for the Trailblazers.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Now Lillard, he's got 13. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 14.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Jokic. Nurkic trying to get open. Yes, that goes in. Jokic has got 8.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
Lillard against Murray. Good on the shot. Nurkic has got the lead up to 14 now for Portland.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Shoots from the elbow. The offensive rebound. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. McCollum passes to Lillard. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in. He's got 15.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Covington against Murray. And it's Denver scoring again.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. To the middle, and stolen by Bull. Gordon with it. Now defended by McCollum. Bull with it. Working on Nurkic. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And the lead is down inside single digits. Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Powell dishes to McCollum. Inside. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And Portland turns it over again. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Now here's Murray. He's got 12. There's the pass to Jokic. The 8-footer. Gordon, the pass to Bull. Over Little. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bull.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Simons surveying the D. Feeds to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Launches a three. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Cantor throws it down.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Murray with it. Pass to Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
And Jokic drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here's Simons. Cantor, the pass to Simons. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with us. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Lillard in at the point. Lillard misses.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Here's McGee. Oh!
Yeah. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Campazzo defended by Jones, and it's good for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here is Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
We've gone about 1.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Porter. Down low, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Lillard dishes to Powell, and he commits the intentional foul. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Stolen by McGee. To the paint, here's Jokic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Lillard against Murray. Lillard misses.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Millsap looking it over. Lays it up off the glass. Millsap's got 6 in the quarter.
Now that's why Millsap is such a counted-on player. Just knows how to hit the big ones.
And so they foul intentionally. .158 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
McCollum showing some offensive persistence there. Awesome at going right at the defense. And then he finds himself at the free throw line.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Here's Denver now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Here's Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And Murray, so exciting as he's continued to grow his offensive game. Not just a spot-up, three-point deep shooter, but now operating behind pick and rolls and becoming more and more of a leader for this ball club. Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Murray against Lillard. And he converts the layup. Lillard's got 19 points.
Now that's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's McCollum on the wing. And there's the pass to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now just a 1-point Denver lead. Here's Murray. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Good. Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Lillard against Murray. McCollum left side. Back to Lillard. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Lillard attacking. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this